everybody! Today is the day that I am starting my mung bean sprout test. I am really hoping that it's going to work well because I used to grow mung bean sprouts in jars, but I did not at all like the result. They were short, brownish, almost a rusty color, and the flavor was not to my taste at all. So now I'm going to try this way. I really want to grow my own mung bean sprouts because when we buy them in the stores, it's not that expensive at all, but they rot after one day. If I don't eat them the same day as I buy them, the next day they're all gooey and not moldy, but really disgusting. So it's not worth it. I try and I always end up putting them into the compost. So, and I know that if I grow my own, they'll stay fresh for weeks, at least a week or almost 2 weeks in the fridge. Okay, so here's everything I need. I have been soaking half a cup of mung beans for 24 hours. Okay, so it was half a cup. See, the water kind of turned green. It's normal. I'm going to go pour that into the sink through the strainer and rinse them. I'll be right back. You rinse them really well. And I'll measure them to see how much half of a cup gave. Okay, I think that it probably doubled because they do get much bigger when soaking. So that was half of a cup. Oh my gosh, and I have 1.5 cups, 1 1/3 cups actually, almost 1.5. So they got really much bigger. What will I do with these? You need a potting pot. Okay, this is one I already had. I just washed it out really well. And you're going to need one of these. I had apples in here. We could have used the one from lemons, limes. Often onions come in these kind of bags. So what you want is to keep only the net bag. Doesn't matter if it has a few holes. So here I have it. We're going to put it at the bottom of our pot to cover the holes so that the water can drain super well. So I'm putting it there. Then I'll put a paper towel over it. And all I do is pour. See, so I have the bag at the bottom, covering the holes, then the paper towel covering the bag, and I pour my mung bean sprouts into there. Mung beans, excuse me, they're not sprouted yet. Well, they have short sprouts, but. So there, it's in there. Fix my paper towel. And we're going to soak that, rinse that every 2 hours. They say 3 hours, but 2 is even better. Okay, so it's going to be between 2 and 3. And what do you do at night? Well, when you wake up, if you have to go to the bathroom, you can think of your sprouts because it seems you get so excited about them that you won't mind coming downstairs or going in the kitchen to rinse your sprouts. But during the day, if possible, if you're home, every 2 or 3 hours. So once you soak them, the water is going to come leaking out of there. And after that, you put them into a big bowl that the water can go into, and you have a small container upside down in the bowl so that the water can leak around it. Okay, so you go into the sink, you make the biggest part of the water fall into the sink, and after that, you put it on here so that it can continue draining. And mung bean sprouts, if you want them super white and have a beautiful color, they need to be in the dark. So you cover it with a black cloth and you watch them grow. It's like magic. Okay, so that's all that's to it. I'm going to keep rinsing them as often as I can, and I'll see you when the results are worth showing. Bye! So I'll calculate it a little bit, and it's not true that those that we buy at the store aren't expensive, because I usually buy like a little plate like this, and it's not really thick, filled with the mung bean sprouts, but not too thick. and it cost almost $2. It used to be $1, but the prices really went up. So it's almost $2 for this, and like I said, it ends up in the garbage because it gets all mushy by the next day. And for those that I'll grow, I bought this organic mung beans. Okay, so I just measured what's left, and there are 2 cups left. So with mine that I already used today, it's 2.5 cups. This costs $5.49. So everything that I'll get out of this production that I just started there will only cost $1.10. Organic, fresh, crisp, and we'll see how much we get. I can't wait to see. Bye. With my mung bean sprouts. Okay, as you can see, they're growing very beautifully. A lot of the green shells are coming off. And I did not water them every 2 hours, okay? I woke up at 4 this morning, and that's the first time I watered them since 10 o'clock last night. And they're still growing beautifully, and usually when I grow them in jars, they don't get much longer than that before they start turning brown. Can you see the little sprout? And they are delicious. I hope they'll make it through to the maximum result in 5 or 6 days. I might just eat them all. No. Actually, I won't eat them because I want to see how much half a cup of mung beans will give how many cups of sprouts. So I'll see you maybe tomorrow in a couple days with this. In the meantime, I'll keep watering it as often as I can. Good afternoon, everybody. 6 days ago, I started my mung bean sprouts. I want to remind you that I put half a cup of mung beans into this. Soak them, been rinsing them every 2 or 3 hours when I can, and during the night more every 3 or 4 hours when I wake up. I wake up because it's like my little baby that I have to take care of often during the night. Okay, so the one thing, I think that if I kept them until tomorrow, my cloth would be like this. They would really grow a lot more, but since my cloth is a little see-through, I think that's the reason I blame the cloth. Is that, ready to see them? Here we go. See, they are starting to turn pinkish and a little yellowish on top. They are really long. So this is one little bean. Much crunchier than at the store. So I'll rinse them one last time. Since there are so many roots in there, it's longer now to have the water come out. So I'll rinse abundantly. See, the water is coming out, but it will stay for quite a while. Like I said, I would have liked to keep them one more day, just to say that it's overflowing, but if I want them fresher, sweeter, I'm better off picking them today. It was a great experience. I had so much fun taking care of them, and they will be so good. There are many ways to eat the mung bean sprouts. Tonight I think I'll make Alyssa's Raw Food Romance Asian salad. Since I have them fresh, that will be wonderful. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put them in these plates that I have many of because I buy bananas in them when they're on clearance. And normally I pay $2 for one of these, and they last 1 day. So now we will see. Okay. Yep, they're nice and white under there. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. That is really fun. I wonder how many trays I'll make. Take a bet. I say probably 3 or 4. Oh no, 3 max, yeah. Trays that I'll make. Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay, so that has nothing to do with those I buy at the store. Nothing. Okay, 1. I'll continue that and be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm at the bottom, and I thought they would have gone through the paper towel, that the roots would have gone through the paper towel, but they didn't. They're very easy to take off. Okay, obviously I'll throw the paper towel away, and the bag is still good. I just have to wash it and use it again. But I do have others for my apples, lemons. So I have a few pieces there. And look, all the skin of the beans stayed at the bottom. So that's really cool. No mess, no nothing. And how many trays did I make? One beautiful tray. And I really filled them. Two beautiful trays. And three beautiful trays. Okay. Each tray is worth at least $2 and lasts one day, and even the same night. They're like always soft. These will be good for at least 1 week in the fridge. So I have 3 times more. So this would cost $6, and it cost me 55 cents of organic beans, mung beans. So I really hope that you enjoyed this gardening, inside gardening. I really hope that you make yourself some, because there's so much you can do with this. Like, I'll be eating them raw, but for my family I saw that there are mung bean pancake recipes. I can make stir fries, throw them into soups, make Chinese food. There's so much we can do. So if you like this video, give me thumbs up, share, leave your comments, and subscribe if you haven't, and go grow your mung beans. Bye everybody. Oops, I calculated better the other day. So it is $1.10 for each half a cup. So $1.10 for 3 beautiful trays. It is still 6 times cheaper than at the store and 100 times fresher. Go mung yourself.